Hi, my name is Tikran Mato and I am the director of Nobody's Listening and immersive exhibition on the crimes that ISIS committed against humanity and especially Yazidis. Today I am in Buenos Aires in Argentina alongside with my colleague Ryan De Souza to present at the 10th conference of the Memory Studies Association, and the conference hosted around thousands participants around the world from 87 countries. Academics, human rights experts, people are working on a memorialization and education. We presented the Nobody's Listening, and we showed the survivor experiences and stories, and we talked about the Yazidi experience here in Argentina. We visited also a lot of places like the Memory Park, which is hosting a lot of exhibitions about the Argentinian experience, and which is also very close to the river where the dictatorship, the military were taking the people by planes and throw them to the river, so they eliminate them and no one can also find them. And the memorial is also hosting a lot of walls, which the names of the missing persons are written on. These all are experiences that we need to learn from for the Yazidi experience and the Yazidi genocide. We also visited Asma, the place where the military took in the dictatorship to torture like the people of Argentina, and they took that place as a prison, and now it becomes one of the biggest and most important places in Argentina to work on justice and the Argentinian experience, and also identifying the missing persons from there. And they used a lot of different ways to find their missing persons, and from there they started also to work on the memorialization. I think it's very important to, as a Yazidi, to learn from these experiences and to bring these experiences to Iraq. We have in Iraq the Yazidi survivors law, which we already talked about during our presentation, and which is also cover the theme memorialization, and I think it's a good timing and good way to start with the memorialization and to protect the memory on the Yazidi genocide.
I am Natalia Barbero. I am from Elizabeth Käsemann Foundation in Stuttgart, and I am a professor of international criminal law at the University of Buenos Aires. My reactions are, or my reaction was totally moving. I was deeply moved. I don't even have the words to narrate, to tell my experience. I have done some experiences before, but this is totally different. I felt the vertigo and the sadness and the fear, and I could feel every single feeling that these people in this experience must have had. I don't know, I am supposing, but it was really moving. It's not just one thing, but the importance of finding new methods and new realities, let's say, it's so important to get to people. I mean, transmission over generations is getting more difficult each time. So as the time elapses, as the Holocaust or many other terrible events are far away in time, it's more difficult to make people remember and feel and understand. And the idea is to prevent. So in order to prevent genocide, we have to keep thinking of new ways of spreading that memory and making the new generations that are totally digital, make them understand and feel and try to avoid repetition.
I'm Lisandro Cruzin. I'm from Argentina, and I just went through this experience about the Yazidis, and I can only describe it as brutal, and I cannot describe myself as ashamed because I had no idea about this recent genocide. And I'm an international relations student, so if I didn't know about it, I can imagine that the normal person in this country and in the rest of the countries doesn't have any near idea about the Yazidis, their history, their culture, and these massive killings.
My name is Julia. I'm a PhD student at the University of Bristol. I work with memories of war, particularly the French and Algerian War of Independence. And it was the first time I experienced the VR headset of Nobody's Listening. And yeah, I thought it was the fact that it's immersive is a really, really quite powerful way to convey real experiences of the genocide. And I think what connected with me and what I found was really powerful was walking through very human and day-to-day spaces, the home, the living room, places where you can imagine guests coming at some point, food being cooked and being shared. So all of these like really human interactions were present in the VR set, and I think that's what made the viewer, myself anyway, connect with it a lot more.
I think it gives you a different perspective, even though you may have seen the photos and read about the stories. Having that 360 degrees vision while hearing the stories makes you a bit, even though maybe a little bit more capable of understanding the amount of suffering. So I think this should be further promoted, and people should witness and hear about the horrible violence and genocide that targeted the Yazidi people.
I'm a student of international relations. I'm on my last year. So I actually always heard about terrorism. I study the crimes of ISIS, but never actually seen the perspective of the victims, the civilians. I have no idea. So I think that being able to see and be there, because it is actually as you are standing there, the destruction. It was amazing because I actually felt more connected, and well, I think that right now it is a subject that we all have to study and keep searching justice.
I just saw the film, and I think it's heavy, strong experiences, but ultimately amazing. I think it lets you experiment the situation and all the events of the genocide, and that is, I think, a very important resource for education. Exactly because of that. It lets you experience what happened. It lets you know the stories of the people involved, and well, you can feel it very very close. I think that VR shows you that possibility. You know, it's more than words. It's more than image. It's an experience.
My name is Victoria Gonzalez. I'm from Argentina. And okay, my reflections on this, I feel quite ashamed, to be honest, because I didn't know about this, about this genocide being committed and being so modern. I study international relations, so I really feel ashamed because we focus too much on the Western, and that shouldn't be like this. I also think that there are some parallelism between Argentina and Iraq. and that there should be a trial held in Iraq to do justice for those who are not here, or we don't even know where they are. So basically, I hope this gets way more attention than it does now.